Alright, so we're back at the outpost, and first thing I'm gonna do is turn in this monster hunting quest and collect that sweet, sweet gill.
There you are.
And maybe
Kenny
pick up
and I've
another
been
quest. I'm
waiting
not sure if I feel like doing another one
Trust
so
you've
soon.
worked up an appetite.
I forget which quest this guy was offering, so if there's one that looks interesting I might pick that up, otherwise nah, I'll just do the actual meaningful side quests here.
So, what are you in the mood for?
Let's see, Mighty Shears, Flans... Oh, now I have a quest to go and hunt that Bandersnatch. I'm guessing it's in the exact same place, but considering that the recommended level for the quest is 51, I'm guessing that's meant to be done later. So, when I actually get around to level 50, I gotta remember to hunt all these beasts, the Bandersnatch, the Midgar Sama, that one dinosaur looking thing. There's probably a quest for that as well. Well, that's something to do for much later.
Come back soon. Kenny's
Even with the
waiting for
rate
you.
at which I'm leveling up, I'd still think it would take quite a bit before I get to the level to take on them. Alright, so let's go deliver Sanya's quest. Oh good, okay, so it looks like going away was enough to cause Dave to spawn, so I can pick up his quest. Hopefully it's not on the way to Sanya's, because that would be a pain in the ass that I couldn't pick it up before.
Back so soon? You're getting quicker at this. Good. Science waits for no man.
And another 5,000 experience, nice. Didn't I get a moon pendant
What about
as a quest reward for one of her previous quests? Maybe it was a different quest, but if it was like one of her earlier quests, like why would I get the same reward twice? That's dumb. I know I already have one though. I think it prevented Toad, maybe? Some sort of status ailment.
Howdy, boys. Say, if you can take a little time out, would you mind helping me track down some more tags?
So, considering that Sanya's quest line ended up leading to something fairly interesting, I get the feeling that Dave's probably will as well. Whether that will occur now or later in his quest chain, I got no clue. So let's see where the location for that is. Okay, so that's actually a considerable ways out of the way toward where Sanya's quest was. So it doesn't matter that I wasn't able to pick it up then. It's not that far away, so let's go there. Okay, let's pick up that dog tag. Wonder if I'll have to fight anything to get to it. That hasn't been the case with every one of these quests, but it has been the case with some of them.
We got company.
Hey, there we go.
Let's do it, mister.
And it's a new enemy too. I was just about to say, if I do end up fighting something, I hope it's something new. So these, Havoc Fangs, or dogs, let's see if they're as annoying as video game dogs tend to usually be. So weak to great swords, not resistant to lightning, so my great sword should be, pretty good here. I could try out the Scepter of the Pious. I'm really curious as to what its moveset would be like actually. So let's try it out. Oh, I see. It's basically a... Whoa. I was gonna say it's basically a spear, but that move was similar to one I did with a greatsword before. So I'm... Oh, wow. Okay, they can confuse me. That's not good. I need to pick up a bunch of remedies. I should be able to purchase them from the car shop, I think. Yeah, confusion is really... Okay, wow. They're kind of wrecking me because of that confusion. There's not really much I can do about it because I can't really move properly. Also, I switched to the greatsword. I'm not sure if that was an effective confusion or something I accidentally did in the heat of the moment. Yeah, let's try the Armiger. And wreck these guys. There we go.
None the worse for wear.
Yeah, that was a fairly fun fight, I guess.
Let us see that it's returned home.
Never before has the name Dog Tag been more appropriate.
Good work, boys. This tag ought to give the family of the fallen some small measure of peace.
Alright, there we go. Another quest for Dave finished. He doesn't pay out nearly as much as Sanya though does. Although, he may not have given as much XP, but 10 Phoenix Downs, that's gonna come in handy. And I think this might be the first time that he has immediately had another quest to offer, so let's see what this is. I get the feeling it might be something different.
Howdy. Just heard word of another lost tag. Don't know where you boys are headed, but would y'all mind picking it up if it's on your way?
Or not, it's just another dog tag hunting quest. Well, these ones aren't too terribly difficult, so why not? And there might be just enough time left in the day that I might be able to fast travel to my location.
Real nice here. Knocked.
Alright, well, whether these ones are part of the quest or not, I think I'm gonna have to murder them. Yeah, okay, they are totally getting it. So there are Sahagins, which I've seen before and weren't too terribly tough. Weak to ice, neutral to lightning. But then there's also two Sea Devils here, which are considerably higher leveled. They don't look all that different, so I'm guessing they're just a higher tier of the Sahagin, like, you know, using the same model, every color, that sort of thing. Alright, they're both weak to ice, but I'm going to use that Thunder. It's not going to be as effective as ice, obviously, but I do want to use up those casts. And then I can finish them off with the Thunderbolt. Today is going to be a lightning day, I think. Alright. I'm not sure if they're grouped up close enough together to be able to hit a bunch of them with the lightning. It should work, I think.
Stop, bitch.
I'll cast it on this Sea Devil. Oh. Well then, okay. I'm not sure how much I can attribute that to having equipped that scepter, which gives me a huge magic boost, but wow. That was powerful. Like, I expected it to nuke the Sahagins, but not the Sea Devils, considering they're level 28. Jeez. Alright, goodbye. Whoa. Hello. Okay, so now I'm being ambushed by Magitech armor sets. Well, that's certainly a way to scale up the Imperial ambushes in terms of difficulty now, isn't it? Hopefully you're weak to thunder. That would be very convenient for me. Hey, you are wonderful. Ignis is about to go down. I want to use regroup, but my tech bar isn't quite filled up enough, I believe. Yeah, it requires 2 tech bars. And Ignis will probably die before I manage to fill it up, so let me just use a Mega Elixir since I have plenty of them. There we go. Whoa, okay. And there are some Imperial troopers or assassins or whatever. Wow. I did not realize it was about to blast a flamethrower at me. Okay, my tech bar should be built up enough. Now let's try regroup.
We must regroup. Right here.
There we go. That is such useful ability. I really wish I had picked that up earlier.
Damn it.
Okay, that flamethrower is kind of insane. I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to dodge it, and I don't think my companions have any ability to dodge it either. Okay, well, that took out a bunch of its support, and I think it did a number on its health. It's hard to see where its health bar is. I think I'm gonna have to use some items here, though. Ignis is not quite dead yet, so if I can manage to build up some tech bars very quickly, I should be able to use regroup again. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to do that, though. I might just have to use some healing items. I was gonna say I was about to focus on the assassin, but I can't really ignore this Magitech armor. I'm gonna say that flamethrower attack is kind of a bit horseshit. I really don't see how I'm supposed to be able to avoid it or have my companions avoid it. Like, they just seem to eat it and aren't able to do anything about it, which kinda sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use another Mega Elixir, I think, which is fine. I'll probably pick up more soon enough. Alright, now if I could get that magic to cool down, I could cast another Thunder and probably kill it. I wonder if I can disable the flamethrower. I probably can if I target it specifically. Let's see, there we go. If I can get rid of that, it's gonna make taking it down so much easier. I guess that's the trick for dealing with the flamethrower, is to prevent it from doing it in the first place. Oh, I was wondering why I couldn't warp strike. I didn't notice that I was in danger. I should have another tech bar almost built up. There we go. Oh, but Ignis is down, right, I forgot about that, my bad. Well, Ignis, you use a potion. And then I can regroup. Unfortunately, I was not able to attack the MAX while it was down and vulnerable. so I lost an opportunity to eke out some pretty good damage. But that's fine. Should still be able to... Oh my, wow, I'm just getting one shot by these guys. Jeez. Alright, well they can deal with the one remaining assassin. I'm gonna try and take out its flamethrower again. Okay, good, I knocked it down, and it's pretty much dead at this point. Yeah, it should only take like a single more attack. There we go. And I got a dynamo for my troubles. I'll see if that's actually worthwhile or not.
I'm dying of thirst here.
I'm starving to death. And yet we're all very much alive.
Got a pretty good amount of XP for taking them out, at any rate. Alright, so Dynamo is a treasure item, so it's probably something I'd want to use in Elemancy, but as with most new items I get that intrigue me, I'm going to check out its description. A compact power generator used by the Imperial army. It has some value and could fetch a decent price. Yeah, none of the descriptions have been all that interesting, but I still want to check them out. Just for the off chance that I do get one that is interesting to read, or hints at some other use for the item. So let's see what effect that imparts. It does not. I mean, I guess it gives a pretty good boost to the potency, but it doesn't actually give a special effect. So I don't really see a reason to actually use that in Elemancy then, because the main reason to use a catalyst... How do I back out? I'm trying to figure out how to back out of here. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I think I had to discard all the elemental energy. Yeah, like the main reason to use a catalyst is to get that special effect, like multicast in most cases, or one of the other ones that's useful. Oh, god damn it, another fight, and it's again in the area that I need to search for the dog tag, so I have no choice but to take it out. So I'm gonna try and take out that Ronin first, since that one I encountered earlier kind of wrecked me, and it's largely because I didn't even realize it was there and thus ignored it. So I think I'm gonna take him down first. He shouldn't take too long since he doesn't seem to have too much HP. Oh my. That's what I get for using the greatsword. I can't block in time. But he's nearly dead. Ugh, yeah, seriously. Oh wow, yeah, that draw and gravity attack is kinda horseshit. It seems if you're close enough then there's just nothing you can do about it and you just have to eat the damage, which I'm not a fan of. Whatever, I think the Ronin's almost dead. We're just gonna kill it. Why was I targeting the Iron Giant? God damn it. I wasn't even holding the R1 button. There we go, Ronin is down. Ignis is fine. Why can't I regroup? There we go. Ignis must have been in the middle of doing something. I'm gonna regroup just to restore everyone's HP. Oh, okay, it doesn't restore max HP, so that's not gonna help me there. Okay. Did I get... Okay, I'm getting raided by... I just get raided by another Imperial ambush. I don't know if these guys are weak to lightning, but they'll probably die anyway, so... Yeah, there we go. Oh, wow. Yeah. You know magic is OP when you're consistently hitting the limit cap for damage. That 9999. And Ignis dropped. Good thing I just got a bunch of Phoenix downs. Okay, hopefully after I take these guys out I can manage to find the time to get the dog tag and then I can just head out of here. Because it's just endless fight after endless fight. I forget what the Iron Giant is weak to, so let me see. Presumably fire. But it could be some other element. Let's see, okay, he's resistant to fire of all things, weak to great swords, and weak to light, which again I don't really have the ability to use. Unless the Scepter of the Pious does light damage, it might, given it gives light defense. And its description seemed to imply it might do light damage as well. I'm not sure. Kinda tempted to use another Mega Elixir, but I think I'll just use an Elixir on myself, just give myself a little bit more tankiness. Okay, perfect. They knocked the Iron Giant down. I kind of want to use a technique. That new technique for Prompto mentioned it was especially good against demons, but I think the Dawn Hammer is as well. Let me check out the descriptions. Okay, no, it doesn't mention anything about that. Yeah, here we go. This one weakens demons, so I think it might be worth equipping it here, even if it's not exactly leveled up. and then once I get 2 tech bars filled I can use it. For now I'll be using the greatsword. Oh yeah, it does a good amount of damage. Oh right, you can't avoid grabs. Thankfully my buddies assisted me there. Alright, gotta go for like a blindside whoop strike, there we go. Okay, it's nearly dead. So I don't think I'll need to do this, but let's see what your star shell is about pronto. Okay, that was pretty cool. It doesn't seem to have a follow-up, but that actually stunned him for quite a bit, and it might have even weakened him as well, I'm not sure. Alright, now I just gotta finish off this one remaining Magitech jerk. Oh, sorry. 2... What? What? I'm sorry, did I just get ambushed by more demons? What is with my luck? Like, why am I getting ambushed by so many enemies all at once? Is this like a bug? Is this just an unfortunate occurrence of events? A series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket. Like, oh my god. I've already forgotten what the Ronin was weak to. I think it was lightning? Yeah, lightning, okay. Well, I'm certainly getting use out of my magic here, aren't I? Alright, I have a Quint Cast Thundara. That should do a number on both of them. So let's get that equipped. Not cooled down, thankfully. I'm gonna target the Ronin specifically to make sure that I smite him. Alright, that's dead, and the Iron Giant is also nearly dead at this point. I'm just gonna murder him, and I'll be good. Okay, I'm gonna use regroup quick. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that's it for enemies. Alright, let me see if I can't find the dog tag quickly before I get ambushed again. Where the hell is it? Usually they're pretty easy to find. But I don't see that telltale red glow anywhere. Maybe I should have been looking during the fight so that way I could beeline for it immediately, but I didn't think about it. Okay, here it is. Whew.
Glad we found it.
Alright, now time to head out before I have to fight more monsters or Imperial ambushers or... I was stuck there for a second. Or anything else, yep. Okay, another Iron Giant and another Magitech Armor Homunculus. No thank you, game. I've had enough. Oh, this was not something I expected to come across. Satisfied with Noctis's strength, Ignis is now willing to drive at night. That's awesome.
Noct. The roads are perilous at night. We'd best head back into town.
I agree with that, actually. I specifically want to head back to that outpost.
Yeah, let's head back to town.
Well then, let's call it a night.
Look at all these lights! What a relief.
Indeed. They ought to keep the demons at bay.
Well, this was not quite the outpost I had in mind, but... So I guess choosing that option takes you automatically to the nearest outpost. Well, that's not quite what I want to do. I specifically do not want to rest, and I want to return to this outpost over here, so I can turn in the quest. So hopefully I can use the auto drive at night feature. Yeah, there we go. So with this unlocked, driving at night suddenly became a lot more useful. So now, as long as my location is someplace I can fast travel to, I don't have to worry about demons ambushing me. If it's a new place, I'll still have to worry about that and use chocobos. But this makes getting around the map so much easier. I get the feeling, since it mentions strength, it's probably a level thing, although I haven't gained levels recently, so maybe not. Maybe it's a game time thing. I'm sure if I had looked online I could figure out what the actual trigger for that is. But I'm glad to have unlocked it either way.
Thanks, boys. Reckon whoever this belonged to is real happy to know it's been found.
They better be damn happy. I went to a lot of trouble to get that dog tag. Seriously, that was a ridiculous sequence of fights, but worth it. A decent amount of XP and 10 more feeding stones. Nice. So he's not immediately offering a new quest, so presumably he'll show up somewhere else on the map. Let me see if any new question marks have popped up anywhere, specifically near outposts. Assuming they're not covered by any other symbols, there do not appear to be any new ones. I probably have to progress the story to get them. Oh, actually, I don't think that one was there before, and yep, that's Dave. I don't think I'll be going there just yet. I think I'll go in that direction when the story actually takes me there, since it doesn't look like there's anything else I can do there at the moment, what with the blockade that's there. So I think it's time to actually get some of my other quests that have been on my quest log finished off. So let's actually start with a stone-studded stunner, which you may have noticed I didn't actually finish last time. I only picked up the one Heliodor. And this quest specifically wants 3, I just assumed it only wanted a single one like the previous ones, and didn't actually pay attention to the quest messages that were being given to me. So I gotta go finish that one off. Thankfully it's in the vicinity of some other quests, so it's not that big of a deal. I feel like this is pretty appropriate side questing music. At least for ones where I end up fighting monsters, and I probably will. Considering how the dog tag quest turned out, I'm probably gonna get ambushed by a ton of things as I try and search for these 2 more Heliodor stones. But we'll see. Oh yeah, on the way I actually did purchase some items from the car shop, the shop that's in the car. And it turns out that they don't sell remedies, but they do They sell another item that cures confusion, specifically smelling salts, which I actually already had a few of, but I bought a bunch more, since confusion seems to be a fairly common status effect for enemies to have.
It's close.
Oh dear. Okay, yep, immediately I'm getting into some fights. This one versus some Hundlegs. Hopefully I can take them out before I get ambushed by the damn troopers. I forget what these guys are weak to, and I really don't feel like Libra-ing, even though it probably doesn't take all that long. There we go, it's dead anyway. Nope. Alright, another fight immediately. Yep, here are the damn troopers. Are they weak to lightning? No, they're resistant to lightning. Good thing I didn't just use it. They are weak to ice. And handily, I happen to have several ice spells. I'm gonna need to stock up on magic sometime soon. I'm starting to run a bit low. Yep, there we go. That was pretty effective. Oh, shit. I wanted to use a technique, but I didn't actually have the tech bar built up. That's kinda my bad. I shouldn't have just ran in there. That was not the best idea. I thought they'd be frozen or something, but not quite. Okay, now I have a tech bar mostly built up. Let's try Dawn Hammer. Since they're all close together, I should be able to hit a bunch of them, I would hope. Eh, not as effective as I was hoping. That's fine. Okay, wow. My guys just got wrecked somehow? I'm not really sure how that happened. I guess a whole group of Magitech assassins will do that, won't they? I get the feeling I probably want to end this fight quickly, so let's attune some more magic, another blizzard. Thankfully, okay, that automatically restored the cooldown. Now, before I use it, I do want my guys to get the experience, which I don't believe they will if they're dead, so let me use a Mega Phoenix. I probably should just use a Phoenix down on the 2 of them, but that would take too long, and I'm impatient. Okay, wow. I just got wrecked by that one. I didn't even notice him there. There we go, that's most of them dead. Okay, well, they are down immediately. Geez, it's really hard to keep my party members from going into danger state or just outright dying, as we saw before, which is unfortunate. I wish they were a bit better about avoiding damage, but it is what it is. What? Why can't I? Okay, that was weird. It took a long-ass time to actually start the attack chain there, which had me confused for a second. I guess this is a fairly slow weapon, although these attacks are pretty fast. I don't know. Yeah, the Scepter of the Pious seems to have different moves. It actually might be multiple weapons in one, now that I'm thinking about it. Because previously it was attacking like a spear, And then it also has done a few attacks like an axe, and the head of it actually transformed into an axe. So it may be a transforming weapon, kind of like what the Thumerian Elder wields in Bloodborne. Oop, if you've fought that one boss in it. Let me use a regroup. That's why I brought Ignis back with a potion. There we go. Regroup truly is a handy skill if Ignis is actually alive to use the damn thing. Oh, that really wasn't all that cool of a parry follow-up. I just kind of vaulted over him. I guess I killed him with that, which is why there wasn't a cool attack. Yeah, I wouldn't call that a walk in the park when you guys pretty much immediately bit it, and then proceeded to bite it several more times. Let me see if I can find the Heliodor stones quickly. There's one over here. I'm not sure if I've already looted that one. Oh yeah, I'm disappointed that the MP3 player is overwritten by the battle theme. That's one thing I was hoping to be able to do with it, was play different music during the battle, since, while this battle theme is really good, variety is the spice of life, and I do like to hear different songs. But it doesn't seem like the game's going to let me do that. I think this was the previous one I looted. Yeah. It was night when I actually tried to do this quest, wasn't it? Which probably helped in me not noticing the fact that there were more Heliodor deposits. I gotta find one more. It's probably opposite the others or something. Since it's daytime, I should be able to spot it fairly easily as long as I can get a direct look at it. Although a lot of these bushes and plants look pretty similar because they're the same red color, which is aggravating. Oh, god damn it. Come on, let me find this before I get ambushed again. I don't feel like fighting more Imperial assassins. Seriously, why do those, like, occur so quickly? That is a little bit ridiculous. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna have to take out these Hund Lakes so they don't bother me while I'm fighting the Imperials. I don't think I'm gonna find the Heliodor stone in time to cheese it. Which is to say to run out of here, not to, like, cheese the fight, to cheese it and run away. Oh, god damn it, here they come. Alright, you guys take care of that Hund Leg, there we go. I want to get the Imperials while they're hopefully grouped together. Okay, this is just a squad of 3. I can deal with that, I think. That said, I think I will still use one of my remaining Quint casts. There we go. If I catch them directly in it, it does a pretty good job of taking them out. It's when they just get caught on the edge that they tend to survive and then end up being a pain in the ass for me. Oh! The bushes get frozen as well. Similar to how the fire spread when I cast fire earlier in the wilderness. Those are some pretty nice details. Seriously, where is this last remaining deposit? I do not see it anywhere. And that's bothering the hell out of me. So yeah, does this thing actually have different moves depending on, like, which way? Yeah, okay, so this is basically a transforming weapon. Some moves are sword, some moves are like a spear, some moves are like an axe. I just may use this weapon more and more often, even if the HP drain is kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. Because that is a really cool concept. I love the idea of a transforming weapon like that. And it's always worth at least having equipped since it gives a huge boost to magic, which you know I love using. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever have this weapon unequipped. God damn it, am I just like glancing aside at wherever the deposit is because I cannot seem to find it? At this rate, I'm due for another ambush before I can actually manage to locate it. Ugh. Oh, I may have found it? Yeah, there we go.
Good enough. We should do it.
Hidden by this nook in the lake.
To be so harrowing.
I know, that was actually a fairly appropriate comment. That was pretty damn harrowing with all those fights I had to do. Today's just a battling day, I suppose.